I'm Ryan, your host for The Toast, and we're here, finally. It's fight night. It's the Dark Knight versus the Man of Feels. It's Doomsday versus the conveniently empty cities. It's Wonder Woman versus the fashion industry. It's also filmmakers versus their audience. So I'm not going to give any spoilers away in this video. I'll do a video for that later, but right now it seems like Dawn of Justice is trying to beat Civil War to the punch with the whole issue of battling different ideologies. Now, initially I liked the way that Dawn of Justice seemed to springboard off of the literal mess that was Man of Steel, but they really overshot their mark and landed off somewhere far in the waters of too many teasers and not focusing on their own plot. And I'm not saying I don't like teasers, I'm excited for other superhero movies, but Marvel did a much better job of subtly putting in hints and characters and background cameos. This movie really does shove it in your face, and it's very distracting. Especially in a movie called Batman vs. Superman, when they wind up focusing on a lot of other characters, and frankly, this movie should be amazing. It's not. Zack Snyder can build a visually fantastic shot, but this movie is just filled with way too many dream sequences and meta visions that take up a significant amount of the runtime. This movie probably wouldn't be 2.5 hours long without Zack Snyder's slow-mo. Or schnomo. Right from the start of the movie, even the first vision is kind of confusing after a while, and you're like, even to a comic guy, I know what's going on in these visions, but they don't seem to have a place. And especially to the, less comic-educated audience, they're not going to get it. It's obviously going to be more exciting to people who know what's going on in these visions, but to the average audience, it's just confusing. It's hard to get excited to something that you don't understand what direction the film is going to go, and that you need 5 other films to build up to it. Again, Marvel started racking up the movies before they started making these huge promises. 2.5 hours with only 3 action scenes to break up the Superman dichotomy and moral debate that began and ended with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Then the issues dropped altogether to make way for a big CG punch-em-up. Batman is really where I felt this movie found its backbone, and Ben Affleck did a great job as Batman. He was a great Batman. He looked perfect, he sounded good, and I could see why he was really the star of the film and it followed Batman more than anything. Plus, his fight scenes were the best action in the movie. But a film cannot all be action, and for that we have Superman. The problem with Superman is he's too powerful and he's too simple of a solution. It's kind of like why they had to kill Quicksilver off in the Avengers. He's too good, he solves every problem. So all they can really do is have him battle with his crisis of conscience and mope around all the time. Seriously, when I was in the theater, a Batman scene ended and it cut to the Kent farm with Superman, and about 15 people got up to go to the bathroom because they knew that that was going to be the quiet time of the movie. Batman vs. Superman, the bladders have spoken. Plus, Superman spends the entire movie getting pushed around by every other character, from his boss to his arch enemy. Honestly, he just stands there and lets Lex Luthor talk for ages instead of stopping him. Speaking of Lex Luthor, or Lex Luthor Jr., Jesse Eisenberg has brief glimpses of supervillainy, but then quickly degenerates into awkward ramblings and a supreme lack of motivation. Motivation, that's a four-syllable word for a plot device too big for an action movie. Villains. I love villains, but Lex Luthor was just more irritating than intimidating. I get he's not the classic Lex Luthor, he's Lex Luthor Jr., and, different generation, different kind of character, and he's trying to be different, but he's just too directionless. Although I do like his giant Tron-like Lex Luthor neon sign behind him. It was just as obnoxious as the character was, so that fit perfectly. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. At first, I was not a fan of this casting choice, but after seeing the film, she wasn't that bad. While Clark and Bruce were having a dick measuring contest, she had her own thing going on, and she didn't feel as shoehorned into the movie as I thought she would. My favourite thing about this movie by far was the soundtrack. The music cues were excellent. I mean, especially with Wonder Woman, and even Lex Luthor had like a few little mad moments with the music. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL make a good team. Who knew? Music really does make the movie for me, and this is why Tron Legacy is one of my favourite films. For a movie named for its title match, Batman vs. Superman, the fight itself doesn't last very long. I mean, it's cool, but it plays out just as you would expect it to play out. Just like lighting a firework, you know what's going to happen, but you still want to see it. So unfortunately, Batman vs. Superman is just beans on toast. Meh. Nothing special, but it leaves the fans a few breadcrumbs to follow for other movies. And if you want to follow some more breadcrumbs to videos of mine, click away, and I'll catch you next time, maybe in the spoiler video. Cheers. Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor Jr. He has brief glimpses of supermelanie. Supermelanie? Super Melanie is what he is. I would not like to taste Lex Luthor.